Welcome back to McNulty's Book Corral. It is June on the Range, a literary event for YouTubers and booktubers where we read Westerns, created by the great and legendary Michael K. Vaughan, who incidentally has one of the greatest booktube channels in the history of mankind. I really like Michael's channel. He does a lot of really cool stuff. On Wednesdays, for example, he works with Steve Donahue, and they have Comic Book Wednesdays, both of them talking about various aspects of vintage and sometimes new comic books. They are fantastic together doing that, and they also have individually great channels. So anyways, there's your big plug for them, and a lot of people are participating in June on the Range. I have a list of some of the hosts down below. Be sure to check them all out. Anytime you see a June on the Range notification for a BookTube YouTube channel, watch it. Subscribe to those channels, please. These are good people promoting literature and literacy. So today, I'm on the road. Obviously, I'm not in my normal place. I have a couple of books. So, you know how I am. I go into antique shops and I find stuff. So I don't have scans of anything today because I don't have a scanner up here. But I found a copy of They Called Him Blue Blazes by William McLeod Rain. So there's the cover. Really nice book. I'm reading it now. I'm a collector of William McLeod Rain and Zane Grey from this period. William McLeod Rain was Zane Grey's major competitor. I don't know. I've never really found any reference if they met each other or corresponded. I suspect they didn't. That's just the way it is. But Rain was a good writer. He was sometimes better than Zane Grey. So I really like it. Look at the back cover of this if you can see it. So I'll tell you, it says, William McLeod Rain's dashing novels of frontier life. And he has titles like Bucky Follows a Cold Trail, Riders of Buck River, The River Bend Feud, Sons of the Saddle. That's cool. This one they called him Blue Blazes, Trails End, Wyoming, and so forth. I have tons of William McLeod Rain Westerns, vintage. This one is copyrighted 1941. It's a Grosset and Dunlap. How many times have I talked about them? They reprinted everything, and they also put out original novels. Really, Grosset and Dunlap for many, many decades was a primary force in the publishing industry. All right. They Called Him Blue Blazes, a recent antique shop acquisition up here in the North Country. And then I picked up William W. Johnstone and J.A. Johnstone, Shooter Cut Bait. This is the second Catfish Charlie Western. Now, previously we talked about the conclusion of the trade paperbacks, how publishers are going to this large size, which is a con. You know, the publishers are conning us and saying it's more cost effective and whatever bullshit they come up with. Whatever. I still will buy them when I can afford them. I've always liked the WWJ brand. I'm glad I found this. I actually found this in Walmart. So Walmart is carrying them again. The WWJ brand is simply not putting out that many books as they used to. But I bought it because I read the first Catfish Charlie, and I thought it was fantastic. I think I covered it here somewhere in the North Country or somewhere on my travels. And I'm really looking forward to Shoot or Cut Bait. I have not begun to read this yet. So then I have here a little bookshelf. I should do a Northwoods bookshelf tour. And I have a group of books that I return to now and again. So Louis L'Amour. By the way, I contacted Beau L'Amour because I refer to him as Louis L'Amour, and most people call him Louis. The reason I refer to him as Louis L'Amour is because I have several friends named Louis who take offense to being called Louis. So I finally emailed Beau. There's a new book coming out, by the way, and I'll be covering that. Beau and his father, from some material that Louis L'Amour left behind. Beau has finished it, and another novel's coming out. Watch this channel for that. I'll cover it. Anyways, Beau said that his father didn't mind being called Louis. Most people called him Lou. Louis is fine too. They called him Louis, Lou, or Louis. He never really cared, but again, most people called him Lou. Anyways, I have the Lonesome Gods up here. This is my old beat-up paperback of the Lonesome Gods, one of my favorite L'Amour novels. I also have a hardcover first edition at home. L'Amour, I have everything. I've read multiple of his books numerous times. This summer, I am reading the Lonesome Gods from my old beat-up paperback that I have up here in the North Country. You can't go wrong with the Louis L'Amour. Okay, one more. Jory Sherman. I always loved Jory Sherman's books. I have a copy of Death Rattle up here, and I'll reread that. Any Jory Sherman Western you find on the market is worth your time. He was a really good writer. I had a couple of communications with him via email. I bought a signed book from him from his website once. Really marvelous fellow. He's long gone too. Not long gone, but within some years. So I'm going to reread Death Rattle this summer. June on the Range. And I think Michael K. Vaughan did a wonderful thing. He has people reading Westerns. And when I'm watching these BookTube channels in the last couple of years, some of the people I watch are reading Westerns for the first time because of Michael K. Vaughan. I really... I've never met any booktubers, by the way. I hope someday I would love to shake his hand. There's quite a few guys out there that I watch. I'd like to shake your hands someday. I don't even know if these guys all really watch my channel. I really have a minor channel here, which I'm really cutting back on. But anyways, June on the Range. I am going to tell you to watch those channels. If it says June on the Range in the title, watch it. And in the meantime, my friends, read a Western. Watch all the channels that have June on the Range in the title, announcing it. And stay well, please. Stay happy. Feed your brains. Read a Western.